Dead City Season 2 takes Negan's legacy to a whole new level. No longer the barbed wire bat-wielding savior, but not quite a redeemed man either, Negan finds himself walking the tightrope between survival and morality. Yet, in one of the most chilling moments of the season, Negan chooses to spare a villain's life, not out of compassion, but as an act of cold, calculated punishment. In what fans are already calling a fate worse than death, this moment reshapes the narrative of Negan forever. The scene unfolds in Episode 6, where Negan comes face to face with Pierce, the brutal warlord who seized control of a faction of Manhattan survivors. Known for executing families and turning children into spies, Pierce represents everything Negan once was, and everything he now claims to despise. When Maggie captures him and suggests ending his reign once and for all, Negan steps in with a chilling alternative. Instead of killing Pierce, Negan has him chained inside the ruins of an old sewer system teeming with the undead. Bound by the ankles and wrists, Pierce is left in total darkness, with only a lantern and a single bullet. Just enough to tempt him, not enough to save him. The walkers can't reach him, but they're close enough to remind him, minute by minute, of what awaits should he ever break free or lose his mind. Why would Negan do this? Why spare a monster like Pierce? The answer lies in Negan's evolution and the twisted moral compass that now defines him. While Rick, Grimes, and Maggie often delivered black and white justice, kill or be killed, Negan's judgment is far more personal, nuanced, and terrifying. This act wasn't forgiveness. It was punishment, laced with psychological torment, designed to make Pierce suffer indefinitely. Negan sees in Pierce a mirror of his own past. The violence, the dominance, the charisma used as a weapon. Negan lived that life and left a trail of destruction in his wake. And while he has never fully atoned for what he did to Glenn or Abraham, this moment is his way of acknowledging the weight of his sins. By forcing Pierce to confront his own evil, alone, in silence, in fear, Negan is trying to prove something. Perhaps to Maggie. Perhaps to himself. Perhaps to the world. This wasn't the first time Dead City explored the psychological side of justice, but it was certainly the most haunting. Fans immediately lit up social media, debating whether Negan had gone too far or finally struck the right balance between justice and cruelty. One viewer wrote, "Negan didn't show mercy. He delivered poetic justice. That's the most terrifying thing I've ever seen on this show." Another said, "Negan may have hung up the bat, but he just found a new way to make people pay." This scene also reinforces Negan's transformation into a kind of anti-hero judge, one who doesn't kill out of bloodlust, but who won't hesitate to break someone mentally if they deserve it. His decision contrasts sharply with Maggie's own past choices. In The Walking Dead, Maggie couldn't bring herself to execute Negan for killing her husband. Now, in Dead City, she watches Negan exact a cruel punishment that even she seems unsure about. Is she seeing justice done, or a new kind of monster being born? Jeffrey Dean Morgan's performance in the scene is unforgettable. As Negan stares Pierce down, there's no gloating, no sarcasm, just cold certainty. "You're not dying today," he says. "You're going to think about every life you stole, every scream you ignored, and you're going to wish I killed you." That line hit like a sledgehammer and may go down as one of Negan's most iconic quotes since his savior days. For a show built on death, the concept of a fate worse than death carries enormous narrative weight. It signals that the apocalypse doesn't just take lives, it twists morality, challenges sanity, and warps the meaning of mercy. In Negan's world, death is a release. Suffering is the real sentence. Season 2 of Dead City is packed with action, walker gore, and power plays, but this moment stands out as a turning point. Negan may never be a hero in the traditional sense, but he's no longer a simple villain either. His brand of justice is dark, intimate, and psychologically brutal. In Dead City Season 2, Negan gave a villain what may be the cruelest punishment in Walking Dead history. It wasn't mercy. It was something much darker. And it may be the clearest window yet into the complicated soul of a man who refuses to be either savior or saint. In Dead City Season 2, Negan shocks fans by sparing a ruthless villain, but not out of kindness. Instead, he delivers a punishment so brutal, it's considered a fate worse than death. Trapped, tormented, and left to suffer endlessly, this dark move reveals Negan's twisted sense of justice. Is this redemption or a terrifying new chapter for the infamous antihero? Watch as the Walking Dead universe dives deeper into the mind of one of its most complex characters yet.